Hi. Chat. Hi, chat. I am tired today, but it's fine, we are vibing. I think it's like Thanksgiving. Today or something. Like in Americas. I would assume that's what it's called, right? Thanksgiving. A turkey day, yes, exactly. Well, happy Turkey Day to the American viewers I have. If you even came here. If not, then spiritual congratulations with a Turkey Day, yes. I was plotting to do music today, but I'm kind of tired, so probably not. Use dash. Muse dash. Muse dash would be a bit too intensive for me, honestly. It's one of those games for you have to focus and you have to do pretty good, and I will not do any good because, well, frankly, I haven't played it for like a half a year already. I guess yapping is an option. I don't really know what to talk about. My brain is empties entirely today for some reason, I don't know why. You're an X1. It's just one of those days. This is just one of those days. Sometimes you just sit down, you just try to relax, you just try to do stuff. And then you just kind of sad and tired. You're next to. You're an X2. Oh sister, hello. Aren't you supposed to be asleep right now? I say that being equally not asleep even though we're in the same time zone. Damn, I'm so relaxing you're going to stream. Sleep to my streams. Nice, I will make sure to soothe you with my wonderful talk about boobies. Also interesting but stupid. Thank you for the pickup line. I appreciate it. It's fine, don't worry about it, I'm joking. Though the topic of boobies have become a more or less common topic of discussion on this channel for some reason. I guess because I have a lot of those. For new people here who have never seen me before, and now my model does not represent how I actually look in real life, this will be a model soon enough that will represent how I look in actual life later. When to her I have a lot of 3 things. To be fair, I have a lot of 3 things. Boobies. Depression. What's the 3rd thing? Alcohol, I guess I have a lot of that. Skirt, assuming I get bitches is very naive of you. I don't get women, I'm very loner, lonely ship, yes. Where are the women? If I have a lot of them, where are they? Now instead of women is just alcohol. Skirt. I'm going to say it like this, neither of you are bitches, so you don't get bitches either. Heart emoji. If there's one thing that unites everyone in this chat is that nobody gets bitches here. That's just how it is. That's the rule. Damn, so you really are coping here. Man. Yes, I know that was a joke, I was giggling. Honestly, good one getting pictures is a great joke. Bitches is a great joke. Honestly, you know what, the day I actually started getting bitches is the day I succeed as a YouTuber. That would be the basically how I recognize how I succeeded. There is one thing I will also measure my success on. If one of these days I will notice that the chat is moving surprisingly fast, and then if there's bitches in my DMs, and then I will succeed, yes. Also, speaking of bitches, the thing that we talked about before, and that I showed you in my Discord. So Wi-Fi is working on the base model. And he linked me an image which I cannot show here. But safe to say the base is very detailed. And I mean, I will get banned if I show it on stream level of detailed. Okay, let me just read you one of the blend shape names. Some of the blend shape names. Okay, so first we got the innocent ones relatively. Foot_heel. Thigh_small. That kind of thing, you know, the basic blend shapes between the different parts of the model. Waist_wide. And then we go further. Panty_squeeze. Breasts_big. Nipple_on. Yeah, I'm just reading out some of the most amazing blend shaped names ever in life. Like Jesus Christ, this is really funny. Yeah, I'm still laughing about it. Like I know I understand like the meaning behind those and why you should have them. And I understand why they are named the way they are because understanding and clarity. But sock_squeeze and garters_squeeze is amazing. I would imagine, yeah. I would be kind of surprised if you showed me a blend-shaped called, I don't know, a breast jiggle. And that blood-shaped was responsible for like I don't know fishing. Obviously that blend shape is responsible for the breast jiggling. Not fishing cod in the lake. Like der. I will be surprised if not. By the way, I know you're listening in the background, right? If you're wondering what that means. Wi-Fi here is somewhat making me a 3D model maybe eventually. And this is the torque about the base model that will be modified and different blend shapes responsible to this model, yes. Honestly, Wi-Fi, it would be really amazing if eventually I do a full 3D model and I will leave an Easter egg in that model blend shapes where the toggle responsible for breast jiggling will be called fishing hard. Like I will now officially write that down, and I will request my 3D artist whenever that happens to do that. Because that's way too funny and I really want people who modify my model or do stuff to my model just kind of get really confused what's fishing doing there. Oh, thank you for the follow, I appreciate it. Be me the viller. Be me the villy. It's like a willy but German or something. Anyway, I hope you enjoy your stay. I'm a monkey, I'm sheep, I love women. Mocky. Not monkey. I would say nobody would ever do that, but then I kind of reconsidered. There are probably some people who would do that, yes, fishing with nips. We are all monkeys. Yes. The common primate bloodline. Also, guys, okay, I do have a few stories to tell about today. I try to play some Marvel Rivals today since the today's kind of like the anniversary start of 1 year since the game has came out. So it was really cool to try to do some 18 versus 18 mode. Even though my brain wanted to self-implode. No, that's not Overwatch, that's Rivals, that's different game. But yes, they released an 18 versus 18 mode as along with a lot of things else. I'll probably try to play some more Latina Shadow after stream. Oh, it's very chaotic. Because every single person can use every single ability. And you just hear ultimates going off everywhere. Like it's just wild. I was on Raven's channel actually. Let me. There you go. This guy. I
Huge, huge
was
ult.
playing
Crazy prediction.
with him. He's a bird. A bird, yes. Also, he has gotten a new model actually. Made by the resident artist of his community. Some people just get art and models for free, that just happens. So that's nice for him, honestly. Honestly, the funny thing about him is, apparently a Marvel Rivals partners are getting paid. That's the thing that is a thing. I'm not sure if it's common knowledge or not, but it seems fine. I would probably push for it if I could get 10,000 followers. Anywhere. No, I don't have 10,000 followers to apply to partner, and I don't do Marvel Rivals content at all. If I were to do actual like streams around my arrivals consistently, then I could potentially apply to partner right, but even then I need pretty much a lot of followers from now on, like more than 9,000 from here. If you guys can make me 10,000 followers, that's would be ideal. But I don't have any illusions that it will happen anytime soon. I mean, to be fair, probably a lot of people who have grown fast, they kind of did board, that's, let's be real. But they had a lot of bots, and then those bots kind of turned into real numbers as people became more visible. Some people who grew like super fast definitely use bots for it. I don't have money to buy bots, and I would feel really bad doing it. The funny thing is, I still see board that stuff. Bot stuff. It's just that people who actually watch the stuff actually get suffering, because sometimes Twitch doesn't really read them as existing. But stuff, har har. Hey, a hot single sheep is what I am. I wish there was word of mouth about me, because there's clearly none. Honestly, though, I should stream more, that's probably why there's none. So far, I managed to go 3 for 3. This week's schedule has been so far followed. And that's surprising to me, I managed to actually maintaining my schedule for now. Like, I decided for myself that even if I'm feeling bad, even if I'm feeling tired, I should probably still hit that like button and relax with you guys a little bit. Like and subscribe, yes. It's fine, I don't really look at the numbers. I don't even know how many people are watching right now. I'm curious how the growth maintains or not maintains. For me, it's enough that there are people in chat talking to me and people in chat trying to like relax with me. It's not counting some people, probably, yeah. Hey, Dragonborn. I don't care, honestly. For me right now, I decided that I will be the type of person that does not watch the numbers too much. Like, I will be happy if I see super big activity, right? But I will not know how many people are actually in chat. Because I'm not checking. Honestly, at this point, scared, I wish something else other than numbers fucked with me. Because frankly, literally everything is fucking with me. Numbers world by Marvel Rivals teammates, everything except what I actually want fucking me. This is like the monkey poor curl situation. I said I want some action to the world and the world responded okay. I got to be real, I decided to play 2 games of Overwatch before starting stream today. Both of those games ended up having me get bent over the nearest curb and given back shots from the entire team. Because I'm a tank player. Har har. Honestly, tank playing in Overwatch is so much harder than it is in Rivals. And Rivals he can at least survive. In Overwatch, I am on my own. If the DPS do not do any damage, I die. I'm existing. I guess that's the best way to describe it, existing. We exist sometimes. Hello there, welcome to the That's a Cool Eye. Jin Himitsu. Hello. I am Maki. I am sheep. Sheep. I love women. Nice to meet you. I'm talking about the existential crisis of getting back shots from the team, I guess. In Marvel Rivals and Overwatch. Both of those. Oh, you have a cool model. I hope you enjoy your stay. It's always interesting to see other fellow YouTubers come in and say hello. Usually I don't see unfamiliar names around here. Usually it's just kind of like. People raid me that already know me. I have not yet had a raid of someone who is absolutely unfamiliar with me. And people other content creators who come in. Usually are also aware of my existence, and we already have talked. You are one of the first people who are also fellow content creators who I don't know, and you probably don't know me. Well, sheep are indeed cool, and I appreciate your opinion. You are welcome to stay since you like sheep. You must be a good person. But today is meant to be a gaming day as usual, but I'm not sure I want a game right now. I'm going in the yawning spree. I mean, everyone likes to chill. Chatting streams are like one of the most retaining cream types ever. Stream types ever. Isn't it like midday in your time zone? Wi-Fi. Are you also in that sense of like I woke up, it's morning, even if it's like 3 p.m. it's morning? Category. Because I'm similar, honestly. Today I woke up like very late as usual because I also went to sleep very late. Or was it early? Well, right now it's pretty early here already. What's the time? Well, it's like 5:30 a.m. 4:30 a.m. Yeah, honestly, people who are watching YouTubers and RVTubers are absolutely not susceptible to having a normal sleeping schedule. At all. Sleeping schedule, I don't even know her. Anyway, with that in mind, I actually kind of ran out of topics to talk about, so question for you guys. How is your day today? Well, I'm thinking about what to talk about, else you guys explain your days. I'm awaiting your essays. Very nice, very nice. But hey, Skirt, okay, you might have sacrificed some sleep. But you can officially now tell others that your streamer kept you up all night. Wiggles eyebrows. Parasocial who parasocial don't know her at all. You know, people say that you're not supposed to be part of social for your streamer. Parasocial. But they didn't exactly specify what will happen if the streamer is part of social to her viewers. Like, how does that work? Is that like bad? I mean, to be fair. Shonder exists. I'm not realizing that this might not be a good milestone to judge myself on. Because like at this point you can probably say, well, at least I'm not that kiss though, and it would be a very, very, very high bar to cross. When it comes to Shonder. Like saying I killed my neighbor, but at least I didn't commit mass murder. Like that's the level here. So I probably should not compare myself to her. Respectfully. Though if I ever do get to that level, it will probably be hard too late. For me. And for you too. Secret's the reason why I am doing my new model. I'm graduating from lowly status. People told me when I play a game, grow up I will. The honestly, you know what it probably is not the type of growth they probably wanted. I will, but it will be not. Next year, probably. Unless I blow up randomly and become a cheap billionaire, and I can make myself the same amount of models that I run Mouse has. Honestly, speaking of her, I don't even know how many models she has at this point. Arizona. Or Centralia Year. Zentrier. Okay, cool, it finally managed to read it. I will officially start calling her Arizona. And nobody will know what I'm talking about because it's such a weird typo. No, Iron Mouse still has without the doubt the most amount of models. But I think our Dur Dragon lady is catching up really quickly. Because I think she introduced a model and then introduced another model and then introduced another model all within the span of like 2 weeks. Zintrayer Hex. Yeah, she just released her Dresser General model and then like 3 days before she had her 3D model another. I don't really understand why you should make that many models. Even if I have a lot of money, I will probably not try to get myself so many models. I don't know, I kind of like my designs and I like my specific things that I have. Well, numbers is pretty important, I guess, yeah. Yeah, honestly, if I were to do something similar, I would probably do like a charity events or something else in order to replace constant need to debut more because the beauties are very, very stressful and I don't really want to have that stress. Several times a year. I just feel like at some point there will be an exhaustion of content debuts. Because, like, objectively speaking, if you have so many models, you don't really have a look that people identify you on. You sort of run the risk of having a splintered fan base that some prefer the older models that you never use now, and others come in on a new model and then they see older model. And they like, I don't like it. Yeah, basically. Like, I look at Iron Mouse now. And while her models are really cool, I don't think they display that same warmth that the original ones did. Maybe it's my nostalgia speaking, but still. Oh yeah, I think Girl DM also had a PNG model. She basically made it with the same artist I ended up making my own PNG model with. Let's actually show you. I'm actually curious, let's find a good message. Oh, there you go, I'll use this. This. Phone. She cute, right? Oh yeah, I did get the girl dam at some point a few weeks ago. Sheep. The girl dam surreal. Double sheep. More sheep that you ever need. I remember correctly, we might actually be able to do something eventually with the girl again. Because she's cool and we're cool and we like each other, but she's busy as fuck. So probably not in this year, but maybe next year. I might actually try to drag her into repo. I have a few people that I plan to maybe invite. Okay, let me actually. I'm going to do that. I'm going to write her. Okay, there we go. I have written. Girls DM. I have her in my Discord. Friend list. So yeah, I can just write her. Yes, actually, let me find you. Right, you are so correct. Give me a moment. You are so correct. I need to find them. Potentially. No. There we go, I found them. Okay, so. This is Wi-Fi. And this is Sable. Like this. Okay, let me grab you some drinks too. There. You are officially mods. Birds. Waiting. What? Two. True. That was the secret all along. You are not cheap, you are birds riding on top of sheep. Barbus. I know you would text, I know you would. Double down here, okay? You know what it's fair. Honestly fair. But yes, thank you for reminding me. Now you have official representation on the screen. You have the big bird. Night. And then you have small birds. Wi-Fi and sable. You are here, you are on the screen, you exist. Okay. Well, for now, I think I will have 2 more mods, and that's fine. I mean tomorrow outside of night. I'm sure your sounds a hilarious hex, I'm sure. I love how I say that I don't have anything to talk about, and here I am already 1 hour in Yapping Island. Unendingly. Well, if you are 13, that will be kind of bad. I will get cancelled on Twitter.com. Not that I'd give a shit about it, but you know. Honestly, you know what, actually thinking about it. I'm actually kind of like studying the usual drama. Like for the last 2 years outside of the big corporal drama. Corporate. Like. If you think about it, a lot of the time when Twitter attempted to actually cancel someone, they in the divertedly made them popular instead. You know what I mean. Like I remember that monkey lady. who basically talked about random stuff and either changed the skin tone of her character or something I don't remember correctly. And Twitter basically started spamming quote retweets for her. And it was like basically all of the usual rollout bullshit of like, oh, how dare you, and what not. What they did not realize is that they basically pushed her into the algorithm to a point where her following quadrupled. Because if you quote retweet, answer reply to, and retweet a post, the algorithm will think that you are very popular. If I remember correctly, there was that effect called Streisand, I think. And like the more you try to tell people to not look at something, the more likely they will look at it. Yeah, it's tries and effect, it's right. Streisand effect. Oh yeah, that lady, yeah, it's also really funny. Because similarly to the previous case, I don't remember who specifically, but the fact that she started so much shit on a minor topic ended up dragging some of her mistakes from the past. And it was discovered that she did much, much worse shit. And this is her third attempt to rebrand and hide away from her mistakes. And this is at some point, even if you are a shitty person, I feel like you have to have some sort of self-understanding. And also you have to understand that the less attention you bring to yourself, the more chances that you will be okay. But these people who start controversy, they are incapable of shutting up. Because they believe that their opinion somehow is superior to everyone else. Yeah, but like you have to have some sort of self-awareness. If you are prepared to start shit, be prepared for the fact that the increased attention might just bring your skeletons out of the closet. But no one is ever prepared for the attention to bring the skeletons out. And it's just kind of weird to me. Most of these people are grown adults, right? And like, no matter what you think about the topic or topics, right? I'm not here to comment about who's the winner, who's the loser, who's the right one, who's the wrong one. But I'm also here to be like, why are you yapping? I remember a while ago there was a situation with to Carter. And like, people didn't really know what was happening. And this one person decided it was her responsibility to vague post about it. And I remember coming to you on it when nothing was still known. It was months away from actually being known. And what her comments basically were at the end of the day, you can summarize them as: he did something wrong, but I will not say what, but he did something super wrong, but I don't know what, and I will not specify what, and I will not be able to tell you what, but he did something so wrong. And that was basically the entire comment. It was like a big posts on Twitter. And like, if you're going to keep yapping, at least specify. And yeah, he didn't really do anything wrong in the end, but obviously this person is part of the clique of the person who actually did something wrong. And even the person who did something wrong and was the cause of the entire issue did not approve of her yapping. Like, that's the really funny part. Nobody asked her to speak. Till they are Tarkar had the relationship for a while, it turned into really ugly thing. Everyone messy breakup documents were had. Basically, that's it. You know the type of shit that can be handled outside of things. Think popular boy and popular girl in high school did not go along with each other as much as everyone thought they were. And then popular girls started spreading really bad rumors about the popular boy after that. If you dumb it down, that's basically it. I don't think there's a other way to describe it. At the end of the day, it's just silly. You have to realize that with you when you enter into the content creation sphere. You're going to deal with some stupid shit. Because for some reason people who choose content are refusing to behave like adults, and they revert back to when they were the most popular. Which is high school often. There are still very mature people in the industry. But the issue is the non-mature people are the loudest. And the mature people themselves. Often don't really talk too much. Often really don't talk too much. Like okay, you have an extreme example of someone who was forced to comment on some things. But like let's say, Giger. She is genuinely someone who tends to keep to herself. And she only comments when she needs to comment on something, and she does it in an exceedingly short way. And I appreciate that a lot in a content creator. Because speaking straightforwardly is a surprisingly rare commodity. In the content creation sphere. I don't really know why I'm talking about this at this point. But it's just a thought that I had. What else? What else? Well, honestly, if I had to think about my own near future, right? I sort of understand what people talk about when they speak about not really recognizing success when it happens. Because it's kind of like it feels so surreal. When you really sit down and think, oh wait, people actually watch me. I think that feeling will kind of remain. Far as much as I do streaming stuff. Like, I think it will still be pretty surreal even when I have 100 plus viewers. And now I am okay and capable of imagining a situation in which I will get 100 viewers. Oh, thank you for the follow. Bakugo 513. Welcome to the flock. I am Maki. I am sheep. I love women. I mean, honestly, I will probably remember most names that will cross here. Hello, Citrus. Kisses you gaily. I will remember you guys, I will definitely will. I think to me, if there's one thing that will be bittersweet, is the fact that eventually, once I grow enough, I will probably not be able to reach out as much as I do now. Or read the chat. Like, I don't imagine myself being able to do things sometimes because I sort of have to consider my time and effort and whatnot. But then again, I don't have a life. And I don't really plan to get a life. I don't have viral friends, I don't have any events I do, I'm pretty much a shotgun outside of the jobs I take sometimes, so I'm in a very peculiar position. Shut in. Oh yeah, I do have people who care about me, but I generally keep to myself. If I start making a decent amount of cash from this, I will probably continue being the same ship I am today. I don't really see myself changing much. Maybe I will, who knows, but I don't really see it. Thank you for the hydrate. I'm glad I'm here and myself too. It's surprising. It's surprising how much you underestimate the ability of just being yourself. Like even now, I am not exactly what I want to be. Both in terms of VTubing and in terms of myself as a person. But I also not sure what I want to be. I just know that I'm not exactly what I want to be, if that makes sense. What do you guys think what will happen to make my stream even bigger than now? Like I'm thinking about it. I don't think I can really imagine. Like I just did not picture one day I will go into stream, I will start the stream and like 80 to 100 people show up immediately. Also, I don't really know the trend, so that's not a thing that can happen. Who knows the trends? I definitely don't. And like the trends can be like shitty ass things sometimes. Like a new Call of Duty came out, whoop whoop, I am going to play it, I'm not going to play it. I don't really have a lot to mention about things often. It's why I don't really post anything on Twitter. I'm very glad to turn all eternal. It's very nice to know that my stupid ass is attracting new viewers to stay. No, the candy venom is not fake. Oh, thank you for the follow. BendyFan90 live on Twitch. Welcome to the flock. I'm Mocky. I'm sheep. I love women. Nice to meet you. Okay, it's one of those. The fact that that skin exists is really funny. Like to this day, I struggle to realize that that skin is a thing. Like holy shit. I feel like they just watched their memes. For Venom. And they decided I will go. Fooling on Goon Venom. Honestly, all those 19 inches are making me act unwise. Unwise. New Lord, guys, new Lord just arrived. The reason I'm cute is Venom's 19 in. The reason I am mute is Venom's 19 in. Okay, cool. Sometimes you take on the snap my choker and it goes a bit too far. I'll just say like this. I'll just say it like this, yeah. I'm expecting one of these days to receive the Stop by Choker art. Snap my choker art. So fake. Do you mean to say that 19 inches was so big that I gained some dimensions? That's like some existential crap. Backshot so good I ascended. That is a phrase I did not expect to say. What am I talking about at this point, man? What is this even about? What is the stream? Random bullshit go. Hey, sometimes you just have to roll over the joke. Sometimes you just have to roll with the joke, man. Sometimes you just do. Hot single ship in your area looking for 19 in to make her 3D. Perfect. How would that even work? I'm like picturing it in my brain. I don't think when they said that you need to stick it in and blow, they meant that part. I would even blow through that part, actually. How would you do that? Actually, would venomous stick also be a symbiotic with like teeth and shit? I mean, Squirrel Girl's tail in her venom form is also kind of bitey, so if we assume big, round appendages also get teeth. I mean, that would be one hell of a 241 deal. 241 deal. 2. 4-1. Deal. Like if he has a mouth on it, it's like you are fucking and also you are getting eaten out at the same time. Profit question mark. What am I talking about again? I should probably stop this line of thought logic. I don't understand how my brain goes to these things. I genuinely don't at this point. Like at some point you have to ask yourself what is wrong with you. And there's a lot of wrong things with me, don't worry about it, but still. Thank you for the stretch. I would need that after random 19 inches, oh god. I keep talking about Venom's 19 inches, what the fuck is this? One day I will look on my Twitter. And there will be so much pouring on it. And I know, and I will know, that it's entirely my fault. Remember that clip, touch the couch, touch it now. The car, not the couch. And the Milky was basically using that clip to basically be kind of lewd. But like, instead of touch the cow, touch the ship, do it now. I'm sure there were. It's a booth item, there probably is a cock in there somewhere. I don't think you can have a singular booth model that is popular that is not given a cock. Yeah, I figured. Because why would not have cock? Eternal, I would say I'm losing it, but losing it assumed I ever had it in the first place. I'm not even sure what it is. Certainly not a cock. I mean, I don't have both. I'm not sure what's today with me. I think my filter that was already kind of damaged is dead now. It's just gone. It was shot behind the Arby's. Oh yeah, you're right, it might be the concussion from the 19 in. Honestly, the fact that the height difference between me and Venom is such a big prominent thing. If he were to turn rapidly, I would probably get an actual concussion. But I can imagine the baseball sounds. Like bam. And I'm just night night. I mean, speaking of changing shape, I still call Mr. Fantastic. Read how big you want it, Richards. Hello, Kevin. Don't worry about this conversation, just don't worry about it. I'm doing something, certainly. Anyway, back to the topic at hand of the add-ons. So how big it was? Would it be like if the levels of? Is that a guard in your pocket, or are you really happy to see me? Or would it be, is that a garden hoe in your pocket, or are you happy to see me? Like. I'm curious how it will look like. Not the topic I thought I would be talking about today, but you know. Life is life. Sheep's Ultra Cannon. Oh. Oh, I see. I understand. Okay. That's a lot of cannon. You could almost say old 19 in. Old 19 in. Attitude okay. Why is it so detailed? That's the third leg right there. Oh yes, of course, there's a. Adjust the ball's position parameter. That's very important. Thank you, Booth, for specifically putting your image of that. Cool, awesome. I mean, probably, yeah. They even have a picture with a dress with a peeking out. Peeking out. Very important. Got to show the bulge. I don't know why my TTS decided to capitalize the bulge. Because I guess it's a big, big bulge. The fuck am I doing in my life? It's like a whole photo session here. Like this is the main image. I'm going to push it on membership chat. Give me a moment, I apologize for the cock jump scare. Where was there? Okay, I spoiled it in case people are in public and don't want to see 3D models with their cocks out. Okay. This is the image, the actual fucking image in there. What is this? Thank you for the subscription, fake boy. Now connect your Twitch to Discord and you will see the chat too. Thank you for the subscriber. Also, like, genuinely, it's so fucking huge. Why is it so huge? Hey, you know what? Sometimes you open a chat and you see pussy, it's fine. But yeah, the spoiler image. It's fucking bricked up on the Sunday afternoon. What the fuck is this? How do you even talk about your 3D model with person like you make a 3D model? Excuse me, I would like you to change the parameter of my cock for it to be 3 inches shorter, thanks, and make sure the balls are positioned on that axis. Like, how would that be a conversation you have? Like, I can talk about it right now, but I just cannot imagine rolling into someone's DMs and saying I would like my cock to have 3 inches more, thank you. Honestly. At some point, right when you have a coke giant cock, right? At some point, it's so big that you are not fucking, you are just cleaning. It's like ghost from one end to another. It's just like, oh, let me clean it up inside. Call me Vlad the Impaler because that's a big cock. I give up, man. I mean, to be fair. I'm not exactly the one supposed to speak about this, the sizes cores, I'm the size queen. And the type of woman who looked at a 13 inches toy and said, I'll do it. And I did it. Couldn't walk for the next day, but sure. It was a thing that happened. So I'm not exactly capable of commenting about like, oh, it's too big. Because what I consider to be awesome is already too big for most people. When there's a loop, there's a way. Honestly, I feel like that should be an anthem of my entire streaming career. When there's a loop, there's a way. Oh, hi Gar. Hi Jay. You missed my entire existential crash out. Well, Let's crash out and more of a conversation that went into places that I did not expect it to go. Yeah, exactly. I ended up talking about when I was 19 in for like an hour. Venom was 19 in. Venom's 19 in. For some reason, it refuses to speak about the 19 in. I mean, what do you do on us the Thanksgiving dinner? You stuff a turkey, so might as well stuff it with the 19 in. You know what, someone actually probably did it at some point, so I shouldn't speak. Like knowing humans, someone actually did it. Here's my special cream Sharon. Do you know the feeling of actually just actively digging your own grave, and then you just continue digging? Like, I feel like at some point I just stopped caring about the fact that I did not bring a ladder into the hole. So instead of stopping to dig deeper, I'm just trying to get to the other side of the globe at this point by digging down. Yeah, I think I will be a good content creator. I'm already learning how to double down when I absolutely shouldn't. True. That's fair. I suppose it doesn't really matter at this point if it's too deep. That's what he said, question mark. But then again, if someone says it's too deep, that means they have a size issue. Or a girl is having like a pussy of holding or something. You know, like a bag of holding and Dungeons. In Dungeons and Dragons. But like pussy of holding. I'm pretty sure brown dust will do it at some point. Just imagine for a second you walk into a tavern you have like adventure or captured right completely disarmed. Clothing garden. Clothing gone. And then you'll turn around and then you turn back in and the adventure has dealt with all of the guards and has a giant claymore in her hands and everyone else is looking like at her like she just fucking did something really weird. Oh yeah, prone does too. We love it. For contest a brown does too is again that exists. I cannot find most of the images from brown dust 2. Or show them here. Because there is a legitimate scene. In the skins. Of you having a girl in bondage. And like tickling her. In various places. And there's a pussy sword. A girl is pulling out the sword out of her pussy area. Like I think they were forced to increase their rating to 18 plus because it's borderline hentai. Just look up brown dust 2. You'll understand what I mean immediately. The Vergarner of holding. But honestly speaking, if we're talking about like woman's body specifically, I feel like the biggest one. That would make that you can make jokes about of like holding. His tits. Is tits. Because I have to be real, I have in fact placed my wallet between them at some point. And then it just was there. Like you didn't fell out, it was just there. Obviously the whole meme with you know the drink. Between boobs. Is a thing I also did. Yes, it's actually the kind of convenient. Hello, Mildred. Mildraz. Mildra. Third time is a charm. I would call you the monk, but that would be kind of too official. That's like, hello, sir the monk, how are you doing today? For some reason it has that feeling of. You know when someone on the job or something calls you out by your surname. And it feels super official for some reason. Like the month, for some reason it feels the same for me. Of the month. How are you doing today? I'm basically having a minor brain meltdown while I'm thinking about what to talk about. And I'm talking about far too much about things I should probably not talk about. But you know we make it to work, we make it work. My favorite animal. Well, you know sometimes obstacles are part of the fun, I guess. Glad you're having fun at least. But you're speaking of my favorite animal, Jay. I think my favorite animal is wolf. I like well so cute. Wolves. They're like better versions of dogs. Better. Better. Better versions of dogs. I have been several times to like northern countries. And northern sides of countries. The wolves that live there are like Titanic. Because you know how in nature, the colder it is, the bigger the animals. Right, since polar bears live on the north. In cold, they are the biggest bears. Same thing, the polar wolves are the biggest. And then you have the situation in which like the wolves themselves are not super aggressive at all, especially if they live close to like human settlements. They're actually quite friendly because they get fed. So they kind of associate now humans with food. But like in a way that if I go give human leg, I will get food. And also get pet, which they also like. So the situation is you sit down on the log. You have some snacks. And then the giant wolves just roll out and start licking you. And it's just like you are small, I am small. So I'm drowning in wolves. You don't really need to do anything with them, they just kind of exist and vibe. Most of the time. They can attack you. But you have to realize that wolves are not predators that want to attack prey that is bigger than them. And they kind of figure out that humans are a pain in the ass. Most of the time. Like if a wolf pack sees a human with a gun. I feel like they already sort of know that it's not worth it. You know what I mean. They are very intelligent and they will rather go for easier prey. With bigger returns. Yeah, basically. I love how we talked about random bullshit before, and now it's more or less intelligent human biology understanding and human animal habitats instead of whatever that was before. Honey badgers are just criminals. Like there are animals who just want to fuck shit up for no reason other than the love of the game. Those exist, yar. Actually, it was really funny fact I wasn't to Australia. I was to Australia once. Not once, a few times actually. And like during my stay, there I was staying in more or less rural areas. And like I have met a huntsman spider. And I like spiders, so I didn't freak out. The funny thing is he clearly did. And it was like I was chasing around the spider as it was running away from me. I wanted to give huntsman pets. And it was too afraid of meeting me. Because it's so skittish and shy. Like huntsman spiders are the biggest spiders there is, but they are very skittish. I think they're one of the shyest spider species out there. Like genuinely, they are very shy. Eventually, I managed to strike a peace treaty with the huntsman by offering it. I don't remember what some nuts or something. I don't remember something. I was staying in that place for about a month. And that huntsman was hanging out there. Believe me when I say. I was told there's a pest problem in the house. Right. Not a single pest with a huntsman around. If they clean that shit. Basically, he was just going around and cleaning the apartment. Like clearly he was there not because I was there, but because they were prey to hunt. But it ended up being kind of a weird roommate thing. And that's also the first time I've ever seen a spider eat a mouse. Because it was so big. The spider, that is. Actually, let me check how big huntsmen can become. "30 centimeters. That's 1 foot. The biggest huntsman spiders are 1 foot in size. So enjoy that image in your head. They're definitely harmless though. Like they're scary, right, but they're harmless. Unlike the 19 in. If you ever think I will not continue the joke, you don't underestimate me. Because I will always continue the joke, that's just how it is. Honestly, the funny thing about this entire situation is that whenever I open my membership, chat now, it's just there now. Like it's just here. Why did I do this to myself? Also, for context, I'm not sure you want the context of what we're talking about. Like I'm not entirely sure you want it. I should note that this is the type of conversation. Inari. Decided to say sleep too. Those will be some fun dreams. Though honestly, if she's not asleep yet, she is probably judging me. I mean, also to be fair, we know that she is actually secretly freaky as well. Because I will never leave down the fact that the first thing we ever talked about before the start of evening show was her tactically sitting on my face. And then she was spending like 10 minutes trying to mental gymnastic her way into believing that this is absolutely okay and innocent and not lewd. Scientifically sitting on my face. I know the new viewers here missed that part, but there has been some wild conversations on evenings. Yeah, that's what she said. I'm going to sit on your face for science. How would that even work? I just imagine like someone opening their like recorders, just like a test number 1 subject sheep. I will test the compatibility of my ass with her face. Starting test 1. I really hope she's not listening to this. Please don't. I don't want it to be a consequence of my own actions. Honestly, the fun fact about this whole situation is I know for a fact that some of the bigger guests that I have a garden, they all kind of work on my stream sometimes now. Lurk on my streams sometimes. Like you don't really see them in chat because they don't really show themselves and chat doesn't really show the Lakers lurkers. So like at any point. For example, you owe me could be watching and listening and wondering to herself how she became friends with that. Yummy. If you are listening, I love you, Yummy, but don't judge me. You know into so many directions. You know when I started the stream, I didn't think it would be going so many directions. Sometimes it's just really interesting how conversations tend to go on the show of mine. Also, by the way, Mr. the Monk, let me introduce you to my PNG shape. It's on the table. It's cute, right? Damn it. Someone gift subscription to the monk, please. Okay, there is. Some ads right now. So I probably supposed to be not yapping as much. Until the ads are done. Okay, everyone stand up and do a stretch for like 10 seconds. I think you eternal appreciate it. Enjoy your emotes as a monk. See you later though. Thank you, thank you. You know I remember their most productive month I ever had. Like in terms of subscriptions and shit. If there was a stream that basically raised my subscriptions from like 50 to 100. Because someone came in and basically fucking gifted or about like 50 subscriptions or something. Welcome. Naikame. How are you doing? There have been some interesting people who have not shown up in a while actually. Oh wow, hype train, that's nice. Thank you for the hype trading, even though I'm not sure what actually happened to have a high trade. I remember, you don't worry. You already showed up before, I think. but the same name. So how is your day today, everyone? Oh, don't worry, I remember that. Well, you can support me however you want to turn on. Eternal. Well, some people are new here and I didn't ask them yet. Skirt. But ye're to continue answering your question eternal. At this point, any form of support will appreciate it. But when I do start my Donathan. In like 2 months or a month. For the sake of my 2.0 debut. Anything that will be a direct donation will be counted, but everything that is not will not be. Like subscriptions, bits, whatever, all of that will still go to me, but I will not count it. So far, I am thinking on the goal. Okay, so what I'm going to be doing is that I'm probably going to have a wheel of punishments. For myself. Like every time I hit like what I don't know $50, I will have to roll a wheel. And it will be a wheel of various bullshit like a drink or sit-ups or whatever, just something that will be annoying to do. When it comes to big global goals, I think maybe additional toggles for the model. Like if I reached a certain amount of donations, I will add a footer cock or some shit. Clearly there's the man judging by the fact that what Wi-Fi sent me. Demand. I do hope your daughter gets better, though sorry about the fact that you have talked about it during this conversation. I am just the way I am sorry. I feel like one of these days someone will come and say something like, I have depression or someone in my family died, and instead of going like a sensible human being, something like, oh, I'm sorry for your loss, I will say something like, let's go. No, that sounds like fun though, yes. That sounds like Shorn though, yes. Shondo. I feel like she has reached that schizo level. Where her filter is not only dead. Our filter has been dismembered. And cannibalized. Fit pic maybe. We'll see. How I feel like. Everything is solved with the drugs. Jessie, let's solve it with more drugs, Jessie. Anyway. We'll see, though I'm not exactly sure what kind of goals I want, but any suggestions will be welcomed. Because, frankly, January is in a month. And I still need to think about like pretty much everything. Like I have a plan, I have general like cost measures. I'll probably not be posting anything of my own body because I am a paranerd schizophrenic. But the goals I will have. Might include at least some sort of games to some sort of community night, some sort of handscam is possible one day, yeah. What I will do is likely set up my closet with everything I need. There is a place for a camera, there's a place for a table. And some lights. And I can easily put on some gloves and do some complar. Figuring out. Like eventually that will happen eventually. Because I have a whole collection of this shit, and I want to show off. It's obviously I will not stop myself from showing off. I did, yes. Also, my hands are in fact exceptionally tiny. Small hands. I mean I'm finite. I'm 49. I'm 49 foot tall. 4 feet 9 inches. For some reason, it doesn't really pronounce what I'm trying to mouth. 4 feet 9 inches. My hands are tiny. Of course. Yeah, I know for a fact that a lot of them require very much precision. But yeah, I'm not sure about cooking. Cooking might also eventually happen because I like cooking. But it will be a pain in the ass to set up. So might not. We'll see. For now, the hand cam content entirely is off the table because I don't really have the equipment for it. For now. If I get some additional funds for through various dealings in here, then maybe. But yeah, of course. Also to answer your question. I need to do some specifications from my potential rigger. I might be working with Susu, we'll see. But I think I might be going highball. Like 56,000 overall. No, not that. 50,000 to 60,000 overall. Like this. Not that. I don't expect you to. But yeah, like $6,000 maybe. Oh, sister answered like instantly, that's actually funny. Sister. Susu. Not for the rigging, but like entire model. I'm going to try to go for a model art for at least like $1,000, maybe 1,500. And then the rest of the budget will be for rigging and other materials. For contacts, guys. Susu. Did the lewd squirrel girls model that is very bouncy. Okay, safe, do you know safe? Sif. Let me find her. Her. Okay, I'm grabbing the image. I mean her. Yeah, I might be getting the same rigger who works on this model. Yeah, this model. I'm getting the same rigger who did her. And her model is extremely bouncy. Obviously, she also is expected on doing like various curves and stuff. She is a professional animator as well, so her rigs are really good. Also, yeah, she did in fact give Safe a big cock. So that is also consideration. I feel like you would definitely need 2 different models. Like 2 different model setups. One with every detail with the not safe for work and one with no detail for not safe for work, because sometimes models tend to break. I mean, she has probably used it in the blue twitch. Good night. Welcome between stars. Actually like that name. It's actually kind of cool, between stars. I think I did. But remind me. I have a lot of things to think about, so sorry, but I'm not like super on top of things sometimes. You can remind me in DMS if you want. Since you're marred, you can just write me. Oh, okay, fair, just mentioning. Oh, that one okay. Yeah, I remember. I did remember taking a look at it. It seems interesting. It's definitely one of those platforms you don't usually open in the open. That is a lot of ASMR here. Probably not my specialty. Probably not. Actually, guys, question, I already know who I want to be my rigger, but I don't really know who I want to be my artist. So that's a good question, right? I had one artist in mind. Her artwork is super sparkly. Let me link you. Yar. She's not really. Commissioning right now. And will generate list. Oh yeah, no, that's probably not. Bit too expensive. Like normally it's not super expensive, but with the commercial stuff it will probably a bit too expensive. And never mind. We need to find a good artist that can do things under $2,000. Like art I already have design. So I just need to show the design to the artist and just get the model art. Somewhere under $2,000. And then maybe potentially I will get a reprecision with Sissy. Also maybe around $2,000. So. But I will go for probably a highball number. To be sure. Like $7,000 maximum goals. I think that should be plenty. Like I don't see myself getting anything more than that for the whole package. Like with everything including like overlays and whatnot. I'm still not sure what I want to do in terms of lore video, if I want to do any at all, because I don't really want to spend as much money. Okay, question guys to you, should I just round it up on $10,000 maximum and see where it goes? Like if I will probably not get this much money like at all. That's a guarantee. But at least. I mean, what do I do? Like when I had my first debut events, I basically tweeted. And then I had a small kid presentation year. I mean, I will still do a presentation on my own regardless, that's happening because I want to introduce myself to new people. But I am thinking about the potential lore video. Maybe some slideshow or whatever, something cool and cute and calm. We'll see. I think I will probably set my final goal to thumb somewhere on $10,000 and just see where it goes. If I don't get anywhere close to that, I will be happy if I get half. But knowing me, if I do get half, I will probably be on stream for months. Yeah, that's the plan, yeah. Yep. In the upcoming month, I will probably end up seeing the general price points of everything, combine them together and see and make like a little bit of a. I will make a little bit of a like a test tube that fills in with water or something. Good question. My birthday will be on Monday, which is what I'm busy. I'll probably do something on Tuesday. I didn't prepare anything because I was frankly forgetting about my own birthday. But I will tweet about it at least. But yeah, I will probably consult with Wi-Fi to see if we can do some fiddling with things. Obviously, during the Dornathan in the same thing. I will have to be doing stuff a lot of the time, like I will have to be doing all the stuff. I'm still not sure how I will manage to do this. I'm definitely not going to continue timer during sleep. Because my PC will die. Sorry, I will likely just have the timer stop. When I go to sleep between streams, and also I will probably not do some days because I will be busy some days. We'll see, though I might be able to like argue that I'm not going to be present for like a month or so. Yeah. I will obviously set up the most convenient link possible, most likely, either Stream Elements link for done with the donations or something. So people can donate from every single like way of donation. Because before that I used some links that were a bit too restrictive in my opinion. Plus, as I mentioned, I really need to have this on separate account that I have no access to. Spendings. Because it will avoid all of my impulse spending. But year be prepared likely will start during January. Okay for now though. I think I will be done for today. I don't really see myself playing anything at this point. It's been already 3 hours, so I think I will just pause for today. Not really. I have chatted before. Just a while ago. I do remember that I basically did yapping streams before, like it's not a first time, I think. Let's see, who can I read? Raid. Okay, not exactly a lot of people who I know personally. How are we seeing? Doing a raid to Zen. Clearly she's around. But she's doing. She's doing our craters, okay? Arc raiders. I kind of don't want to read someone big today. Raid. I don't really imagine myself being able to socialize. I mean, if I have collaboration with Zen, it will likely not happen. If. Oh yeah, she is on, okay, you can suggest some. Sable. If anything is lost, we can just read Raven. For now, feel free to share anyone you want Sable. Oh Juniper, oh my, okay, wait. Moth. Yeah, let's do Juniper. Yeah, Juniper is cute. I never rated Juniper, we should do that. Not sure if anything will happen from it, probably not. But you go be nice to Moth. Message usual. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Enjoying in and say hi, enjoying in and say hi. Not everyone joined to join more. Then okay. Well, that's fine. I'm glad I have been managed to yap with you today, guys. It's been a pleasure as usual. But for now, I will see you guys later. To those toodles.